Morning, everyone. I've called you here today to talk about the unreliable high-speed internet in our area. All of you are from a rural area just like me, so I know you all struggle with that. How many times have you been at home or work and needed to send an important document and couldn't because of unreliable high-speed internet? Or how many times has one of your kids been at home and needed to complete an assignment for school and couldn't because of unreliable high-speed internet? Being stressed out over missed deadlines because of unreliable high-speed internet should not be the issue. It is for residents of rural towns. I recently moved about 45 miles away, and the internet service I had there was reliable, fast. I could do my schoolwork, my son could stream the internet, and it was no problem. I thought that when I moved, I could just transfer my service from that old location to my new address and it would work, no problem. Well, little did I know that that was not the case. My new home is about 5 minutes from town and is still considered in the city limits. So you would think you could get internet service, but you cannot. After all of these problems, I started doing some research, and this is what I found out. I didn't think there was a solution, but now I know there is. We have to stand up though and take action. Poor internet service is an issue that needs to be addressed. During COVID, schools and businesses were shut down. So now more than ever, people depend on reliable high-speed internet. Our way of life has evolved, and reliable high-speed internet is a demand that is necessary. It is no longer a luxury. When electricity was becoming evolved and people learned that they needed that for their everyday needs, they also faced some of the same issues that we're facing today. Property owners and homeowners pushed for their homes to be added to the grid or line so that they could also get electricity. The regulations today for the FCC are outdated, and so are the data coverage maps that the FCC uses. In order for these regulations and data maps to be updated, people need to push for this to happen. Every year, the FCC is supposed to give a report on whether or not high-speed internet is available to all Americans. This means that every year we should see more progress. In the 8th Broadband Progress Report, the FCC reported 19 million Americans in rural areas are without high-speed internet. Regulations have been put on the FCC to update the maps, but still they have not. After the maps were not updated in federal areas, local governing authorities decided to take matters into their own hands and have begun using their own resources to update maps and send them into the FCC. This progress was made because people took a stand for what they needed. Recently, President Biden signed a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. $65 billion of this money was given to specifically aid the lack of high-speed internet in rural areas. There are solutions to this problem. Did you know that in 2020, a report showed that 2/3 of the world's school-aged children, ages 3 to 17, do not have internet access in their homes? These numbers show the lack of connectivity in the children's lives. Lack of reliable material and internet prevents proper involvement in modern-day society. If this issue is not solved, it will isolate people from the world. After COVID, many schools were forced to completely rely on virtual learning. We must stand up and make sure the money that has been approved is being used. If we do not ensure that high-speed internet is available, the lack of internet could cost our next generation their future. Now more than ever, people depend on reliable internet to perform almost every task in life. The FCC's definition of high-speed internet in their guidelines says that 25 megabytes per second of download and 3 megabytes per second of upload is considered high speed. This speed barely allows for one person to surf or stream anything online at a time. How is that okay? The infrastructure bill the president signed will help provide relief in this area. I used to live in a small region with about 10,000 people in residence. This area is very rural. The mayor advocated for our region and made sure all the funds available were used for the right programs. Because of his collaboration with other governing officials and providers, the town is now getting high-speed internet. Unfortunately, the mayor in my new town does not have the same initiative. If people stay informed in pressing matters, they can make a difference. Another way to help make sure high-speed internet is available to rural areas would be for providers to update their operating systems and their towers from 2G to 4 or 5G. When all of the operating systems are available on the same level of service, the availability will not be limited. All of the solutions provided in his speech will help provide all Americans with high-speed internet. Find out if your area is using the resources made available by the government. The money that was being given is provided because of our taxpayer dollars. If you are paying taxes and cannot get reliable high-speed internet, contact your local governing authorities and ask questions. Find out what the solution could be for you. High-speed internet does not have to be a hope for the future. Use your voice and take action. People who stay informed and use their voice get things done. Thank you.